In fighting these bosses, I stack up a ton of status effects that make me basically invulnerable. So Nanabi's still talking about what she talked about last time we saw her. She's here training because she was tricked by the White Rabbit into thinking Tamamo was there when she really wasn't. So what are we here to talk to her for? We want to fight. Well, she's not going to hold back on us, but yeah, we want to fight her. She does say that if she loses, she'll join our team, so we get to look forward to that. This tells you that you can't fight this battle on easy or very easy. For this battle only, the difficulty will be set to normal at the least. Now my difficulty is on very easy, so this battle is on normal. So we'll see if these characters can actually succeed without the crutch of the very easy bonuses. The first round, I set up walls with 3 of my characters, and Elias sets up Reflect. Nanabi here is not very dangerous, so this is basically a wasted time. I should really start wiping the floor with her right now. But there's a way to do it right, and there's selecting the wrong box in here. Now, Lucas, Sonia, and Lime set up walls with the Life Summon, while Elias put up Reflect, so this turn Elias is putting up the Wall Summon. Sonia and Luca do the same thing. First, they do the Transform, and next turn they're going to life cost in its techniques in order to get their 100% crits. And Lime will start with Phoenix Tails to make us immune to instant death. I took the time to slow down the message speed so I can keep track of what's going on. Again, not important against Nanabi here, but later on it will be. Now, we transformed into heroes. We do that thing. Carbuncle's been up for 2 turns, so I need to cast it again. And that's basically what Elias will be doing this entire time. Going back and forth between those 2 summons. Unless somebody dies. And Lime will throw down the boost drink in order to boost Sonia and Luca's SP regeneration. Because in a moment, Sonia and Luca will be throwing out the most powerful attacks they have, and they don't have enough SP regen by themselves to keep it going. Unless Lime keeps them buffed with this. So now you get to see Koren Enbu, Luca's ultimate move. Elias do whatever. And Randa Kon. Randa Kon. That's Sonia's ultimate move. I say ultimate move after a fashion. And this is the kind of damage you can look forward to Luca doing if you got everything working. Sonia comes in at a distant second, but respectable damage nonetheless. And that shows you just how easy Nanabi is if you know what you're doing. And here we get some goods. That last one is the Mofu-Mofu Shippo, which is different from the Mofu-Mofu Shippo. Remember, if you're looking for Mofu-Mofu, accept no substitutes. So, yeah, we won. We got an achievement. So, she's going to come with us, and this is basically a continuation of her training, according to her. And time to get out of here. Our next stop... Actually, I'm going to be a jerk here. Saloon. This is something I forgot in my Let's Play. I was trying to do all of these, but I missed this one. I missed another one, which is not possible to show you, but I'll talk about that later. This is a Kitsune Senpai lesson time that I didn't get around to. So, Kitsune Senpai, Why do agricultural products grow in gardens? You could translate that into vegetables, but Sakubutsu encompasses the greater range of, plants that you eventually eat. Agricultural products. So anyway, Kitsune knows this. So, the energy of the earth condenses within them until they burst out of the ground. As expected of Kitsune Senpai, she really does know everything. So that done, let's move on to Sabasa. The second hardest, the next... I'm going in order of difficulty here, so the next easiest is the Sphinx here in the pyramid. Now, as you recall, when we fought Nanabi, she said she would join our party if we won. The Sphinx is a different character, and she specifically says she's not going to give us anything even if we win. So that's what we get to look at. Yes, we do want to fight you. Yeah, do some stretching. It's been a while since you actually fought anybody dumb enough to come here and challenge you. So the Sphinx is considerably tougher than Nanabi. Nonetheless, I showed you before what I started with, and we're going to start with it again. Now these life-based summons and skills are based on your current life. You can see here that it takes 10% of Lime's life. Since these things only take 5 or 10% of your life, that means that you can cast them for a very long time without dying. Once you're down to 1 life, they cost 1 life themselves, and they are not eligible for casting because it would kill you. Anyway. That's odd. Now, I know what this is. That was an attack that attacks a character randomly 8 or 9 times. Which is a pain, really. If Carbuncle had been up, it would have reflected back to her, but as it was, it targeted Sonia like 4 times and killed her. But she came back to life because of another ability she has. But her cast did not go through, so I get to go with... Wait, that's Luca. Luca went alright, so he'll do his normal thing. But Sonia needs to do this summon again. And Lime went alright. We're going to immunizate ourselves to instant death effects. Lime took a regular hit, so I guess her wall went down early. It must have been that 9 attack. So, Luke is moving right ahead with his destruction techniques. And keep Carbuncle up, Elias. Thank you. Sonia is doing well now, so she can be a turn behind Luca. And I'm going to have Lime make her wall. Now Luca's all set for DPS. No. Oh, I know. Lime must be hit with some kind of status effect that deals damage. Or something? No, she has regeneration, so... No, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't kill her. That would be a pain. Anyway, Luke is ready to do the damage. Elias basically wastes time. Sonia is a turn behind Luca. You may observe, now that Sonia is way low on life, her life-based skills don't cost hardly anything. Of course, when you're low on life, that means if the enemy hits you, you're likely to die. But once I have all my positive status effects stacked up, the enemy literally cannot hurt me. So, Immunity to confusion is useful in this battle. So yeah, that's Luca dealing damage. And this is... that was a 4-striker, hitting a random character 4 times. But it's not one that's reflected, so I must have been thinking of something else when I was describing that. Notice that Luca is low on SP. This is the turn when Lime will throw down the boost drink, which will increase his SP regen considerably. And now Sonia is ready to join the DPS parade. That was an instant death attack the Sphinx just made on Luca. Fortunately, I was immune to instant death. And that is how the Sphinx goes down. Noticeably harder than Nanabi. Nanabi you don't get to fight repeated times, but the Sphinx you can, and each time you do it you can get these rewards. The elixir on top is, well, you know elixir from most RPGs. It will restore an ally's life, MP, and SP to full with just one item. So it's pretty valuable if you use that kind of thing. And the second one is the mysterious nut. That boosts your MP permanently. So if you have an MP character and you want to get her MP higher, you can come to the Sphinx and defeat her over and over again to get more of those. So, we've defeated the Sphinx. Again, she says she isn't going to give us anything. So yeah, she's basically just here for you to test your arms against. Now moving on. You may notice I don't even bother healing my characters because, like I said, if it all goes well, it doesn't matter whether they... No, actually I will do some healing. Because in order for the Kuishibari to work, you have to have at least 30% hit points. Otherwise, a hit will kill you. So, is anybody excited about this one? This is the boss that the programmer thought would be basically impossible to regular players. And only if you did some insane quantity of grinding would she be difficult. And when she went down in the Japanese community before all too long, the programmer later added in the Labyrinth of Chaos in order to provide late game players some kind of challenge. So what do we want with her? You can do all kinds of things, but what we want to do is challenge her to a fight. She of course asks, "Are you serious? Are you sane? Look, I'm not going to say anything bad about you, just walk away, will ya?" No, I'm going to do it. Yeah, we're really that foolish. But she's going to start. Do you remember when we first met the White Rabbit up in Eliasberg? You could challenge her to a fight and she would pop up some other fight rather than fighting you herself. And that's what the Shinigami will do. I'm going to specifically note that it did not pop up saying that this cannot be fought on easy or lower. So we fight Alice V's the 16th on very easy, which, as the name suggests, is very easy. Still, gotta make sure you guys know what I'm doing. Summon walls, except for Ilias, who summons Carbuncle. Oh man. That killed my entire party in one hit. If Carbuncle had been up, it would have reflected, but it was not. Fortunately, I have in my abilities some auto resurrects, And hopefully this second round will go better than that first round did, because that really sucked. Alright, this time I'm going to have... Oh, this is tough choices. Sonya will summon a Phoenix. It'll do a bit of damage, but more importantly, if anybody else dies and Sonya's alive to cast that, it will resurrect them. Lime will do the carbuncle. Oh, thank God. What Luca did was got his wall up, and then Alice decided to attack him. And the wall made sure it did no damage. Alright, Helios is back up and we've got carbuncle down. So... Luca is ready for his usual stuff, so I'll start him with a transformation. Helios needs this. Helios needs reflect as well. Yeah, I better do another carbuncle. Now, neither Sonya nor Lime have walls at the moment. Why is she wasting her time attacking? But it's still very easy, so she's lost 3/5 of her life already. And alright, carbuncle's up on everybody. Sonya is going to follow Luca. And Lime can get to death immunities. That first round with all the deaths, 2 of them were instant deaths. Ah, nuts. She did that thing again, and while the walls prevent it from doing any damage to me, as long as the walls stand up anyway, it does not protect against status effects like the instant death that just killed Lime again. Oh, this just isn't fair. Alright. She's down by 80% of her life, so I'm going to finish this. But honestly, that was not right and should not have gone that way. So that's Alice Fees the 16th. What I really need is a chance to resurrect my characters, but that's not going to happen because the Shinigami is going to challenge me right away. Incidentally, that thing she did where she got someone else to fight me for her, the White Rabbit explained it poorly, as she usually does, but it's pulling in a pre-existing character from another place and time. Alice Fees the 16th there came from that other trilogy. The original trilogy, so to speak. At the very beginning of the game, when you first see her, she's unconscious and you can run away. And that is the battle you would fight if you do run away, instead of, I don't know, helping her or whatever it was. There was a reason I didn't finish the game. So now I'm fighting the Shinigami, only I don't have my characters alive. So this is just unfair. I didn't plan on doing this, but I'm going to bring in my real team. Hopefully, if you want to try the Shinigami yourself, you will take lessons from the Sphinx fight. That is basically what I do with the Shinigami. As long as I don't die in the first couple of turns, and I start getting my positive status effects up, I am untouchable. Until she finally falls over and dies. And she has 350,000 lives, so it takes a long time. But anyway, what I'm doing with these characters is basically whatever I feel like. 3 of them are berserked, so I don't even need to give them their directions. What is Poochie doing? That barely even counts. Huh. Puppy is so ridiculously overpowered. So, if I had a character that could do it right now, I would be setting up immunity to confusion, which you can see Poochie and Vanilla have on them, so they will be useless for a while. Now this first turn I did Midori's Nusumu with Minnie, which steals 4 times from a random enemy. And you might have seen her try and steal 4 times from the Shinigami. Each time it did not work. The Shinigami, unlike most bosses, has items you can actually steal from her. One of them is an elixir, possibly a last elixir. I forget off the top of my head. But another one, I don't even know what it is. Furthermore, you can steal food and materials from her. But I'm going to take a risk here and do another Midori Nusume. See if I can steal something. Nope, that was 4 failures in a row. But Puppy is so incredibly overpowered that I won. Beating her gets me this stuff. That one on the bottom, the Gaia robe. I don't know what it does, but it's the only one I've gotten of it. So it's probably really good. And there's my achievement. Yeah, she's going to recognize our power, but she's going to chastise us for wasting it. What are you doing coming down to the underworld and fighting a Shinigami for? Yeah, it's kind of a hollow victory. And those are words you were not supposed to read unless you did something stupid like program a game bot that grinds seeds for 20 weeks.